See,
Whoa.
we as women tend to think that any man should be honored to even get our attention. But sometimes, ladies, we don't live up to the worth that we claim to have. Hand over the reins and let him lead you while you follow.
Hmm.
Submit to him.
Yep. Yep. Be submissive. Be obedient. I'm just look within and ask yourself, are you really as friendly as you think you are? Are you really that great of a guy as you think you are? This is my dad telling me this. I don't get that. Why would you make yourself available knowing that you come with all these problems? Then you meet somebody nice, and all of a sudden you're just a complete bitch.
Hi, guys. Let me start off by
Hi.
saying that you attract what you are. So if you're walking around lonely, desperate, mad at the world, bitter, mean, etc., men can sense this. The wrong ones prey on you and the right ones run away because they know their worth and they don't want to deal with all of that. They refuse to
Facts.
deal with that because they're
Facts.
not obligated to.
Well, I will say this: the right ones, quote unquote, right ones. There are Captain Save-A-Hoes. There are guys who think that they can get that stripper off that pole.
If you're not meeting good men, it's because you're not at a point in your life where you're ready to accept one. This could mean that you still have past trauma and baggage that you haven't healed through. This could mean that you haven't healed through the last man that broke your heart. This could mean that you haven't healed through your daddy issues. This could mean that you haven't healed through your mama issues. And
Ladies, I want to know something. When does the I'm working on myself phase end? I swear. Into your 30s, women are going to say, I'm still working on myself. I'm not ready. I still have this and that to deal with, but they're still dating. I don't get that. Why would you make yourself available knowing that you come with all these problems? Then you meet somebody nice, and all of a sudden you're just a complete bitch because you're afraid of him. You're afraid to open up. You're afraid you haven't had a healthy relationship in so long you forgot what it looks like. That opens the door for you to just be insufferable and weird and and obsessive and stalkish and just all the things. Work on yourself. Get it over with. Right? If it's some severe stuff, then seek some professional help. But stop, oh my gosh, stop just moseying around and using that as an excuse because you're not helping yourself, you're not helping anybody else out. Saying you're gonna do something, you're not doing it. Oh, I'm gonna get around to it. Oh, I'll start going to the gym. Oh, I'll start talking to somebody. Oh, you'll go seek closure from whoever you resent.
And sometimes it simply means that you're still too immature to accept one into your life. See, a lot of you all go through life fooling yourself, thinking that you could just speak whatever you want into existence. You can manifest whatever it is that you want. And to a certain extent, that is true. But the other thing is, and the truth is that every single thing is on divine time. So if it's not your time to receive it, you won't. This
Don't
narrative.
forget, don't forget they gotta put in the work. You could ask, you could pray, you could hope, you could wish, you could manifest, you could burn some candles, do whatever you gotta do, right? Pray. But you have to do the work. She forgot that. I got you, girl. You have to do the work, right? If God's gonna hook you up, for those religious people, if God's gonna hook you up, you gotta meet him halfway. All right. If you want to truly get to what you want, you can't just be go asking. You can't be an asshole. You can't be an asshole. You can't be pitiful, being like, why is this happening to me? Why what happens to all the good men? Blah 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 blah. When you're not doing anything about it. And if you're getting the same results, the same cheaters, you keep dating the same bums, the same liars, you need to start looking within. Not to say that you're loyal or you don't deserve the best this world has to offer, but do you deserve the best and what everything this world has to offer? Like really do some introspection because my dad told me this. I was questioning. I had some loyalty issues with some friends at one point. And I'm like, Dad, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing to deserve all this. And he was like, you really need to truly look within and ask yourself, are you really as friendly as you think you are? Are you really that great of a guy as you think you are? This is my dad telling me this. I didn't get offended. I thought about it. I'm like, Am I not like? Are people's perceptions of me not that great? Are there areas that I could improve on? You know, now that you think about it, I could have handled this situation differently or this and that, whatever. You need to look within and check yourself because there are changes you do need to prioritize before you can even get what you want. Because you're not ready. You're not ready, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
This narrative that men ain't shit, there's no good men left, etc., it starts to get old. Like, we as women have to be women enough to admit that sometimes it's not the man, it's you. You're the problem. Real
Thank you.
maturity is self-accountability. And it's better to admit that and accept that than to keep running through and ruining good men. And ladies, if you're getting defensive
And running up your body count.
that and accept that than to keep running through and ruining good men. And ladies, if you're getting defensive right now, it only adds to the credibility of what I'm saying. See, we as women tend to think that any man should be honored to even get our attention. But sometimes, ladies, we don't live up to the worth that we claim to have. We always talk about how we want a good man, but then what? Like, can you honestly say that you're ready for a good man? Like, can you honestly say that you are 100% ready to fully support him, to uplift him, to be his strength when he's weak, to be his motivator when he feels like giving up, to speak life into him when he feels defeated? Hand over the reins and let him lead you while you follow. Submit to him.
Yep. Be submissive. Be obedient. I'm just but you get the point. All these women are like, what do I bring to the table? I am the table. How dare you ask me something like that? What? He needs to be catering to me. He needs to put me on a pedestal. Like, what? What? That's not even a man. Like, you want to serve it. Do you want to be ladies? Do you want to be a princess or a queen? I'm gonna spit you some game. Princesses, spoiled, right? Daddy's little girl. Your happiness, he can't say no to you. Your happiness is a priority. He's strict, but he is always kind. That sounds nice. But you're just gonna be spoiled. Like I get it. I get it. You want him to be your daddy in the bedroom, but like on the day to day, it's just not gonna work out. The queen has responsibilities, right? The princess could just goof off, but the queen, she's not the queen just because she looks nice in some jeans. She's not the queen just because she knows about that Gok 3000 twister. It has nothing to do with that, right? She could hold down the fort when the king's away, and when the king is there, she has his back. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to be the queen. Happy wife, happy life. Wrong. Happy king, happy kingdom. And you will get to live in that kingdom. But if a guy is just constantly prioritizing your happiness, that's no longer a man to you. And you know it. Like, you want a guy who just fills up all the boxes. You don't want that guy. Because you're going to create new boxes. Right? And then the boxes that you do feel like is a necessity, you're gonna be like, oh no, he doesn't. He's not a man. He's not tough enough. He doesn't have a backbone. You want him to bend to your every whim, and yet have a backbone and be tough and stick to his beliefs and values. Like, they just don't go together, right? And fellas, you need to man up and tell her no. Like, it's not that hard, fellas. If you plan on getting married or living with a woman, like, look, you should be the one paying the majority of the bills, and there should be a culture. There should be a culture in your household, and you need to lead it. It should be like a team or a group or whatever. There needs to be a culture. There needs to be a set of beliefs and values, and there should be a mindset, something you need to transfer to your kids, right? Everybody needs to be on the same page. I'm not gonna have a family if no one listens to me, fellas. That's the biggest embarrassing thing. Don't have a family if nobody's gonna listen to you. But that starts with the queen. Let the queen know.
Submit to him, be vulnerable for him, be able to accept his vulnerability, because that's a big one. See, all of this comes with it. You can't just like pick and
It's a big one for you to accept our vulnerability, because most women don't understand men problems. they as much as women, that's another one. As much as women want men to be open up and vulnerable and more emotional, they don't really understand the man's struggle. And then you make fun of it or you bash him for it. You don't comfort him. You don't comfort him. But I just need you to just try to be empathetic and just understand that this thing that we brought up bothers us. And you need to just be like, I'm here for you. Just rub him on his head. Tell him everything's gonna be alright. I got you. What do you need from me? It's so simple.
You can't just like pick and choose the parts that you want. A good man is an invaluable asset. And that's why I always say 95 to 99% of women who scream and yell that they want a good man, they don't know what to do with one when they actually get one. I've seen women get amazing, high quality, great men and then break him into pieces because she was never taught and never learned how to be a good woman. A good man isn't a toy that you just have the luxury of playing with. Like, he has feelings and emotions just like you do. He wants a good woman too. He values his time too. He hates playing games too. He hates his time being wasted just like you do.
I like that last part. You want a good man, then you don't know what to do when you get one. It's like a dog chasing a car. You're gonna just take off and chase that car, but what is the dog gonna do when it catches that car? Yes, you were compared to a dog, but just listen. There's a point. There's a point I'm trying to make here. You want something. That's something, that man. You want a good man, a husband, blah, blah, blah. What does that man want? That's something you need to consider. Because a good man will not accept you for who you are. You could be amazing, but there still will be little tweaks and adjustments you need to make. Not to say there's anything wrong with you, but in order for the relationship to work, there's going to be tweaks need to be made, things need to be established. There needs to be just a strong foundation for you guys to have a strong relationship. So, make improvements, take accountability. Ask yourself, what does a guy that you want, and work hard for once in your life. Like, things aren't supposed to be easy. Things aren't just going to be given to you. And like, don't beat your man to death, like emotionally, verbally. Like, don't look. Do you want him or not? Do you want to work together or not? Like, all these vows don't mean shit these days because no one is truly committed till death do us part. Y'all just want the wedding. In fact, remove the wedding and move all the happy times and just ask yourself, can I commit to this man through the worst of times? And how bad do those worst of times look like?